Mm. Teacher nyo rin si Ana Dignasan. Pero you know her from Women and Gender Institute.
Hindi pa po namin naming
Okay.
4 years kasi yun.
Ang nakakatrabaho kasi Ana kasi is a friend of mine. But anyway, si Hasmin Galase. Saka si Mirma. Siyempre, kilala niya.
Pero substitute po pag wala yung sila Miss Galase, yung doctor.
Kasi hindi ko na po na-uncomfy.
Hindi, sanay ako
Okay na.
sa live.
Paano mag-start?
Ayusin natin para hindi putol yung ulo.
Yes. Malakas naman yun.
Ayusin natin na. Yeah.
Go.
If ako,
Oo.
we're gonna start po with information from you, like
Okay.
your name, your work, and
Okay.
how long you work here.
Okay. Okay, I'm Wilnor Papa. I'm the campaigns program coordinator of Amnesty International Philippines. And I have worked with the section for maingay, no? More than 10 years now. Gusto nyo sa taas? Okay na sa inyo? Sige. For more than 10 years, since May 2002. But I've been a member since I was in college starting sa University of the Philippines. Okay lang, sige lang.
Konting background.
Relax lang kayo.
Ano ba? Tungkol sa kanila rin? Or okay na yun?
Sir, we're going to ask for like, your, parang what is Amnesty International do mitigating process for human rights issues that you, parang do you coordinate with Commission of Human Rights? Like, how do you work?
Well, first, siguro let me introduce the organization to you girls. Wala na sa material.
Sige, go.
Amnesty International is a human rights NGO. We started way back in 1961. Well, basically what Amnesty International do is to research and campaign on human rights abuses and human rights issues. Of course, yung vision namin, it's a vision, human rights for everybody. That every person, everywhere will enjoy all the human rights enshrined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, blah, 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 blah. And what we usually do is we research, and again, as I've said, we research and campaign on these issues. Of course, para una, malaman ng mga tao kung ano yung mga karapatan nila, malaman ng mga gobyerno kung ano yung mga accountability nila, at makagawa tayo ng mga paraan para yung mga karapatan na to ay ma-respect, ma-protect, ma-fulfill. Who do we work with? We work with so many agencies and partners and individuals. No, it depends on the campaign that we're carrying. For example, with issues regarding in the Philippines with arms control and a little bit on the peace issues, we work with Center for Peace Education. We work with Gaston C. Ortigas Peace Institute, Pax Christi Pilipinas, and a lot more organizations. We deal with governments, of course, and different government agencies in the Philippines. For example, with regards to human rights issues such as torture, disappearances, abuses in detention, international humanitarian law, we do work with and liaise with, and every now and then do partnerships with the Commission on Human Rights, with different, of course, given in yung mga different organizations such as Task Force Detainees of the Philippines, yung International Rehabilitation Center for Torture, Medical Action Group, Presidential Human Rights Committee, with certain senators and congressmen who are concerned with the issue. We also work with different departments and agencies in the Philippines na concern sa issue, like the Department of Interior and Local Government, the Department of Justice, Philippine National Police, Armed Forces of the Philippines, so on and so forth. So basically, we do work with a lot of people, and we do work with individuals, especially the victims themselves, and communities na high risk. Kasi the reason why we work with them, the reason why we work for them is for us to know kung ano talaga yung kailangan nila at ano yung kailangan namin i-put forward sa gobyerno. What we don't do is provide tawag dito services like legal services or relief and rehabilitation. We don't do those things. Mainly what we do is do research and advocacy.
So, sir, what's Amnesty International currently working on?
In the Philippines, we have uh, this year we are working on 5 projects. So we are working on maternal health. So kasama sa maternal health yung issues on reproductive health. Yeah, reproductive rights and reproductive health. So very important sa amin yan. We are also currently working on the indigenous people's rights with regards to corporate accountability. So hindi general na IT rights, basta may kinalaman sa corporate accountability. Mas tinatamaan yung mga indigenous peoples na apektado ng extractive industries like mining. We're not anti-mining yet. No, it's more of accountability of these corporations. So that's the second. We're also working on the death penalty. We don't have the death penalty in this country anymore, but we are working on death penalty issues in other countries such as China and some members of the ASEAN. Our fourth, medyo pa-wrap up na siya, is our work on the Arms Trade Treaty. So this one we are working with, again, Center for Peace Education and Pax Christi Filipinas. And last but not least, we have the Philippine Human Rights Agenda Project, which is basically yung mga human rights agenda namin for the current administration. Kasama sa Philippine Human Rights Agenda yung implementation ng anti-torture law, putting into law yung the criminalization of acts of enforced disappearances, making sure that the government investigates all extrajudicial killings, witness protection program, of course kasama rin dyan yung transparency, kaya pati yung freedom of information bill sinusuporta namin. And last but not least, yung lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered project namin, which is campaigning to stop the institutionalized discrimination against the LGBT community sa Pilipinas. Dami, no? Saya-saya.
Focus na sa isa. Sir, sa lahat ng issue na yun, alin po yung pinaka-major na...
Well, lahat yun ay main focus namin yun. Ito yung mga major projects namin under the campaigns program or under our human rights work for this year. Next year nga madadagdag pa. Next year may mababawas. No, I don't think so. May madadagdag. Nagkakaroon na kami ng migrant workers' rights campaign next year.
So how about yung sa death penalty, di ba? Yung sa part ng death penalty, since wala siya sa country natin, paano yung partnership niyo sa Amnesty?
Of course, Amnesty International being a international organization, of course we already have yung body of work on the death penalty. Actually, diyan kami sikat eh. So we do work with other sections, ibig sabihin ng sections, other Amnesty International sections in different countries. Also, we do work with other local organizations in other countries who are working on the death penalty. Kasi we believe in international solidarity. Like human rights issues in certain countries are human rights issues dapat in other countries din. Parang ang sabi nga namin during the time of martial law, the reason why nagkaroon ng critical mass in terms of people realizing that their rights were being abused during the martial law era was because of international work din. Sometimes kasi pag ikaw lang sa loob, minsan hindi mo alam na nakaabuso ka na pala. Sometimes kailangan mo ng outside opinion or influence para malaman mo na, wait, sandali lang, nakaabuso na pala ng karapatan ko.
I prepared questions for you.
Sige. Ano pa?
Sige sir, I'm just gonna ask about your opinion about the administration in relation to the ACC member human rights violations. Because this year we just had our universal periodic review.
That's a good question.
So, parang we just need your opinion on that, or like you can enlighten us.
Okay. As we've said last year, meron kaming nilabas na human rights agenda namin for the Pinoy administration. Magandang tanong yung issue on the universal periodic review kasi kasasalang lang natin dyan. Of course, the government has to report its progress that it has made in terms of human rights protection. Ang Amnesty International, Of course, we love the government for the steps that it has taken in terms of ensuring the rights of the people. For example, recently it has ratified the optional protocol to the Convention Against Torture. It's a treaty that allows a special international body like the subcommittee on the SPT, Subcommittee on the Prevention of Torture, to come in the country and check kung yung mga places of detention natin are up to par with international standards. So maganda yon. At kasama sa treaty na yan, magkakaroon tayo ng National Preventive Mechanism sa loob ng Pilipinas. So hindi lang tayo nagre-rely sa international expertise, meron din local. And recently, we just ratified the International Criminal Court. This was that last year, di ba? In fact, si Miriam nga ay isa sa mga nabotong judges dito. Aside from adopting the implementing rules of regulation on the anti-torture law, yung binuksan uli nila yung peace process with the secessionist groups, nakikita naman natin may mga steps na ginagawa, including yung steps sa corruption. Kasi of course, corruption breeds more abuses and violations. Yung instead na mapunta sa pang-aral ng isang bata, napupunta sa bulsa ng isang politiko. We love ang Aquino government for those steps. But still, ang isa sa mga problema namin ay wala kaming nakikita malinaw na human rights agenda yung gobyerno. Human rights, matagal niya na sinasabi na meron siya National Human Rights Action Plan. May draft na. In fact, we were involved in the first stages of the draft. But we haven't seen the final draft or the actual document kung tapos na. So, yun, ba't ko sinasabing walang plano? Gusto namin makita kung ano ba talaga ang plano niya when it comes to human rights, no? Ang gusto kasi sana natin, ang basihan sa mga ginagawang programa ng gobyerno ay rights-based. Ano yan, cliche na yan, rights-based approach. Hindi naman talaga sinusunod. Ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng rights?
Isn't that administrative order for
Yung rights-based approach na palagi na binabanggit pero wala namang alam kung paano i-implement. Parang basic lang yan, pinaka-layman's term ng rights-based approach. Kung magpapagawa ka ng bahay, isipin mo kung ano yung karapatan ng tao sa bahay. No, hindi yung magkaroon na ng bubong. Dapat yung bahay niya ay malapit sa mga infrastructures na makakatulong sa kanya, health, education, so on and so forth. Yun ang rights-based approach. So, hindi lang yung accessibility, hindi lang yung access, hindi lang yung need, and everything. So, lahat yung isa sa alang-alang kasi iniisip mo yung tao yung gitna. Kung ganun ang sitwasyon, ganun ang basihan sa mga government, lahat ng government projects, may iwasan ng corruption, magkakaroon ng tamang budgeting, at magkakaroon ng tamang programa. Pero as of now, hindi natin nakikita yung malawakang pag-implement ng ganitong programa. Pangalawa, dito, may mga commitments tayo internationally. Ano yung mga gusto natin i-ratify, ano yung gusto natin itutin tulo, ano yung mga programs na gusto. Pero ang gusto natin kasi makita yung malinaw na direction when it comes to human rights. No? Matagal nang may anti-torture law pero wala pang nakakasuhan. May nakakasuhan pero nadodrop yung cases. Nakakasuhan at nakukulong. Hindi natin masyadong tulad dito yung reproductive health bill at tagal-tagal niya nakasanan pero imbis na maipasa at tagal-tagal. So wishy-washy yung pagkaka. So yun yung sinasabi natin. Kailangan natin ng clear directions from the government. Kailangan natin makita yung clear directions kung ano ba talaga yung gusto niya mangyari when it comes to human rights protection.
Sir, also would like to ask you about the compensation for human rights.
Ano?
We would also like to ask for like your opinion and like, what you know about the compensation bill for the human rights victims during martial law. I think it's known as Senate Bill number 2615. Human rights victim compensation.
Actually, matagal na yan. Before, hindi na kami ganun ka-updated dyan kasi dati kami nakaupo kami dyan eh. In fact, isa nga ang Amnesty sa gusto nilang mag-oversee daw pero of course we cannot do that. That's not part of our mandate. Ang problem kasi dyan ay age-old. Hindi siya priority. Hindi siya priority kaya hindi siya matapos. Hindi siya basa-basa. So, Ang kinakatakot na marami, baka wala na yung pera. Baka nagastos na. Kasi sinasabi nga sa Department of Agri-Reform, nagastos na raw. Yun ang sinasabi nila. Of course, kailangan natin makita yung documents kung nagastos o hindi. Pero again, meron nang nailabas dati pero napakaliit eh. Galing pa sa isang kaso sa ibang bansa. Well, again, yung sa Human Rights Compensation Bill, it's high time na ipasa na to. Nauubos na yung mga victims. Isa-isa na nawawala, isa-isa na nagugudbay. And siguro, idikit ko dyan, kunyari yung tinatawag, hindi kunyari, idikit ko dyan yung ating kampanya dati sa Comfort Women. Ang hinihingi ng Comfort Women ay apology and reparation. Apology from Japan and reparation. Damage their wishes. Japan wouldn't budge, so hindi siya nag-apologize. Of course, dahil hindi siya nag-o-up dun sa kanya naging kasalanan, hindi siya magbibigay ng damage their wishes. Kasi hindi nga, wala sinasabi niyo wala siyang kasalanan. So isa, parang ganun din ang situation, no? Nauubos na yung mga comfort women. And until now, they're still, crying for justice. So ganito rin yung situation sa Human Rights Compensation Bill. Pero it's high time that it be given that the importance that it should have gotten siguro years back.
How much time do you have?
Saan?
How much time?
Sa mga provinces na walang staff,
How much time?
na-assume kasi
As long as
Okay lang, sige lang. Take your time.
I think kasi
Oops. Oh, teacher niya.
sabi mo sa isang issue. Wala sa lima, lima yung story natin.
Yes.
Hindi kong pagandi na natin.
nung sinelebrate ko yung declaration of human rights ko, yung parang ganun. The AFP said that they were trying,
The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, ano?
Sinabi nila sa una
I'm trying to recall an article. Kasi diba, AFP has been parang in response to sexual violence and victims parang they said that they were going to apply.
The AFP?
Yeah.
Really? They
Yeah,
did?
it's like it's an article.
Seriously? No.
About IHL.
Sa international humanitarian
Yeah.
law. Well, of course, the AFP has no way but to support.
Yes.
The AFP has no way but to support the IHL law because it's the law of the land. No? The problem is implementing it in our own laws. One of the bigger problems that we have right now is not actually the lack of laws, but the implementation of the laws that we do have. And implementing it into that level na matatanggap natin na passable. For example, the IHL law has been passed since 2009, no? Pero prior to that, the Philippines is a signatory and a state party to the Geneva Convention and its protocols. Geneva Conventions and the protocols succeeding the conventions. At state party tayo sa napakaraming international treatises na at one point or the other may mga provision on the protection and respect of human rights in times of conflict, which is basically yung pinanggagalingan ng international humanitarian law. Ang tanong, gaano kataas yung level ng pagkaintindi ng military, especially sila ang usually nasa forefront sa crisis, mga ganito mga crisis, doon sa nilalaman ng batas. Doon na lang sa most basic, yung sa protection ng respect at sa karapatan ng prisoners of war. Ano ba yung level ng pagkakalam nila? The same ba yung level ng understanding ng officer doon sa men in the field, especially di ba yung mga privates, mga corporals, and the sergeants, may malaki kang disparity. Yung pen pusher, tinatawag natin pen pusher, mga nasa loob ng opisina na nag-draft ng mga raming policies nila. Sigurado ba sila na naiintindihan ng mga taong may hawak ng baril at makikipagbakbakan sa mga bundok yung mga policies na kinakraft nila o sinusuporta nila? Doon nagkakatalo eh. Even judges, for example, are not that knowledgeable kahit sa mga bagong batas. We know for a fact na after repeal ang death penalty law sa Pilipinas, meron pa rin couple of judges who tawag dito na nagpataw ng death penalty, capital punishment sa ilang mga akusado. So nakikita mo na meron pa rin mga ganun dati. Tapos ano din yung willingness din, no, to implement the law kasi walang nagbabantay, no, wala namang nakatingin. So despite the fact that we have a law against torture, we all know that in certain precincts or in a lot of precincts, nangyayari pa rin ng torture. Kasi standard operating procedure na nila to kultura na nila to. We know for a fact that domestic violence is a crime, di ba? Kunyari, isang babae, hindi magpinakasawa. Dapat tumakbo na agad siya sa barangay o sa mga polis para magsubok. Anong sasagot ng barangay captain o ng konsehal o ng polis? Problema niyo mag-asawa yan, ayusin yan. Kahit pagbasag na yung mukha ng babae, problema niyo mag-asawa yan. Ang tingin pa rin culturally dito sa atin, ang domestic violence is a private matter. It's not a public matter. Kasi kaya yung krimen para public matter yan. So yung ganung bagay, no, kailangan mong magbaguhin yung pangkultura. So again, it's not just the law that will define how we should go. Ang katapat ng batas ay ipaalam mo kung ano yung nilalaman ng batas sa napakaraming tao. At babalik ako yung sinabi ko, it's not the lack of laws yung problema natin, but usually it's the implementation of what we already have. So, yun ay isang malaking problema. At doon naman sa mga mabibigat na kaso, na kung saan may mga witnesses, nawawala yung mga witnesses. Bakit? Either nategi na sila, or minsan naman natatakot kasi sila to come forward because they're not protected, no? I mean, the witness protection program in the Philippines the system is so bad. There's no funding. But if you're going against, the big wigs, if you're going against certain colonels and generals, how can you be sure that the government will be able to protect you? So yun yung mga problema din natin. So wala kang protection sa mga witnesses at wala ka rin guarantee na yung batas ay napapatupad. Sa, at least on the first 2 years, passable level muna.
Sa una pa lang.
Sir, di ba recently in Zamboanga, so, di ba Amnesty International is supporting Luma?
Yeah. So nabasa niyo yun, yung
Yes, sir.
pinatay
Yung Jordan.
Oo. Actually, member namin yung tatay na. Hindi naman sa supporting lumats. Actually, we support yung mga marginalized sector. Especially sila kasi palagi, yung sa atin, yung mga lumats, mga indigenous peoples, ang palaging biktima ng karahasan, biktima ng discrimination, biktima ng poverty. Sila palaging re-repress at nasusupress. So, it's not just supporting the lumats. Kasi ang hinihingi natin doon ay immediate investigation sa nangyari, di ba? At kung may immediate investigation, makukuha natin yung justisya kasi malalaman natin mga tunay na pangyari. As of now, medyo in the blank pa sila. In the blank pa ang lahat kung ano talaga nangyari. Kung yung reason kung bakit tinambangan si sorry, nakalimutan ko yung pangalan niya. Yung tatay niya muna, si Jordan. Tatay ni Jordan. Timuwa yung tatay niya IP leader yung tatay niya at the same time barangay captain din ata. So, hindi natin alam kung politically motivated ba to o may kinalaman dun sa kanilang pagkontra sa mining company na nagtatry pumasok sa kanila. So, there are so many reasons why that may have happened. So, ang hinasabi lang natin magkaroon ng speedy investigation. That's the most important thing. Lalo dito sa atin na napakabagal ng investigation. Bukod sa may kakulangan sa capacity, may inefficiency, kulang din sa kagamitan. Tapos, of course, ang dami na kailangan pagdaanan ng proseso, talagang bumabagal. So, yun yung hinahabol natin.
So, sir, may offices po kayo like in every region?
We have groups and members in every region. For example, ito nag-meeting dito sa kabilang room, may galing ba't ibang probinsya yan ng mga members. We have how many regions pa? Definitely we have from the northernmost part of the Philippines. Well, hindi kasama yung Babuyan Islands. Hanggang Zamboanga City. We have members in Zamboanga City, Davao, again, the Oro, Dumaguete, Cebu, marami. So, yun. So, medyo kalat. So,
Kasi we've read po in your report that you have parang gathered information even from Samar, yung who's that guy? didn't admit that he was part of NPA. Parang, so you gather po information from the kahit po sa far flung area.
Oo, usually yung research namin, may process naman na research namin aside from gathering information from our partners and cross-checking those information. Meron din kami mga researchers na pinapupunta every now and then dun sa mga to research on certain issues or certain cases na ginagamit naman namin sa pangangailangan. Siyempre, ang advocacy work mo dapat base doon sa facts. Hindi ka naman pwede mag-advocacy work na galing lang sa akin kay trip-trip mo na, ay, maganda to, sige, kampanya namin ito. Hindi naman kami ganun.
Kasi sir, na-discuss mo na rin naman lahat. Na-discuss about reproductive rights, lawful killings, torture, enforced security.
LGBT discrimination, sige ako na.
So sir, may discuss ko pa ba sa amin that would be helpful po?
Kayo, anong helpful? On what?
Yung, siguro sir, yung challenges sa hindrance sa
Well, of course, marami ka masasabi. The willingness of the people to act or to be concerned with not just with their rights but with the rights of others. Yun yung isa sa mga makikita mong hindrances not just in the Philippines but also in other parts of the world. Isa yan sa mga malalaking problema na face natin. Minsan magdadala ka ng ang dala mong banner ay kunyari LGBT rights. May nakatingin na meron naman sila niyan, hindi na. Pagbabamnahan pa ba namin yan? Siyempre, lalo na dito sa atin na ang tanong, makakain ba namin yan? Di ba? Makakain ba namin yan? Kung di namin makakain yan, anong silbi niyan sa amin? Which is understandable. So, yun, isa sa mga problema natin. Tapos, isa sa mga malalaking problema, of course, ay yung the willingness of sometimes, or every now and then, the willingness of the government to owe up kung ano yung makasalanan ito at i-recognize kung ano yung kanyang accountability. That's number one. Kasi unless they will agree that there's a problem, hindi mariresolve yan. Kasi kailangan mo munang i-recognize na may problema. So every now and then you have to really be patient in terms of working with not just governments but different partners. Aside from that, ano ba yung mga challenges na nakikita natin?
So do you get death threats? I mean, the organization?
No, not. In the Philippines, hindi naman. We have experienced a little bit of harassment here and there, pero wala pa naman sa mga. Siguro, malaking tulong din na meron kang parang malaking range of partnership na maraming nakakalam kung anong ginagawa mo. Of course, other organizations are not that lucky kasi nga, di ba, for the past, 6 years during the time of Gloria, sabihin natin 9 years, sunod-sunod yung mga activists na pinapatay from different political blocks, from different ideologies, marami pinapatay. So siguro it pays then that there's a wide range of partnership and supporters that you have, kaya medyo kahit pa paano, hindi naman sa feeling protected ka, pero every time something happens, makakapag-report ka kapagad. Yun. Pero yung basically, yun ang mga challenges na meron. At ako, I have to say na kahit pa paano, lucky, no? ang civil society group sa Pilipinas kasi nakakapag-operate sila. Although, it's not the same here in Manila as other provinces kasi other provinces it's quite dangerous for them to act on the rights of other people, just like right now, di ba nakita natin na merong tinambangan na mag-ama. In some areas, pinapatay na lang sila dahil they're against the mining company, they're against logging, they're against a certain mayor. Di ba sa atin, the Philippines is considered one of the most dangerous places for journalists. So yan, yung isa rin natin yan. Kasi isang problema din natin yung kultura na paniniwala na hindi kami mali. Hindi kami nagkakamali. At lahat ng ginagawa namin ay para sa national security, which is actually wrong. Ay yung paniniwalang pag criminal yan, tamang gawin mo sa kanya yan. Pag yan ay member ng isang secessionist group, kalaban agad yan. Yung mga ganong klase paniniwala, utak-pulbara na paniniwala, kailangan din natin baguhin yan. Isa sa mga challenges, kasi ano yan usually sa politik talaga yung malaking mga kaso ng mga human rights abuses. At pagdating naman sa gobyerno, isa sa malaking challenges na nakikita natin talaga, lalo sa mga leaders, ay yung paniniwala nila na the people should serve them and they should, di ba? Nandun sila at utang na loob natin na nandun sila. Which is wrong. No? Maraming ganyan. Minsan, syempre, pagdating ng eleksyon, mga yan, magsisilbi kami sa inyo, tao mo dito, madaling hanapin, no? Madaling kausap, mahirap hanapin pagtapos ng eleksyon, hindi mo na sila makita. Tapos yun, feeling of they're on top of the world, that yung mga ganun. So, kailangan mo baguhin yung kultura na ganun. At again, isa sa mga challenges, as I've said kanina, nung nag-umpisa tayo na putting human rights in the middle of it. You know, it's the rights of the people that matter when you're going into any country. No, it's not para magpasikat yung administration mo, hindi para magpasikat yung opisina mo, hindi para sumikat si congressman, kaya siya nagpatayo ng basketball court, di ba? Parang minsan inisip ko gaano karaming basketball court ba pinatatayo sa isang taon? So yung right to sports ng mga lalaki lang ang nakikita. Paano kung gusto ng mga babae? Gusto namin ng dollhouse. Bakit wala kang hindi, di ba minsan ganun na parang the easiest way to be visible ay magpatayo ng basketball court. And that's actually frustrating. Na ang dami pwedeng maging project, mga livelihood project na pwedeng gawin. Pero kasi hindi nila iniisip naman talaga yung karapatan ng mga tao. Iniisip lang nila kung saan pa nila pwedeng ilagay yung pangalan nila. Ilang waiting shed yung minsan nakikita mo, dikit-dikit. Diba? Para ikaw, waiting shed dito, wala namang tao dito, mga ganyan. Mga waiting shed. Tapos yung mga farm to market road supposedly, pero wala namang farm at wala rin market na pinupuntahan. Nagpalagay lang nakasada, kamukat-mukat mo, subdivision pa na yung pinapatayan sa dulo. Ang nagpapagawa ng kalsada, papunta doon sa isang private subdivision na high-end, ay gobyerno. I mean, of course, government should provide the roads, pero yun ang prioritize. Tapos sa isang farm to market road na importante, wala. Ako, I do agree. Kahit sabihin na natin, for the protection of our territories. Wala ang Coast Guard, walang matinong bangka na nga lang, walang matinong bangka. Nakakaawa, parang ganyan. Pero kasi, paano mo mapoprotect yung territory mo? Paano mo mapoprotect yung mga people from pirates? Kasi may mga pirata pa rin ngayon. How do you do that? So, kailangan talaga palagi mong iniisip, ano ba yung kailangan ng tao at ano yung para sa tao before you do any project or program for the government.
Malaki yung parang every year, libo-libo yung mga members na yung detention ay bababa.
Okay,
Thank you po.
no problem.
Sir, last po. How much yung shirt?
Ay, ito lang, teka, tanong natin. Magkano yung shirt? Magkano yung shirt? 170? 170 ata. Oo, yun. Kahit anong color?
Ako din. Tingnan mo.
Check natin baka